Johnson again, and we're going to look at another metric unit today, which is capacity. Okay, so please understand, if ever I get going too fast, don't panic. This video is here for you to play again, pause and do your work, hit play again, whatever you need to do to review this so you understand it, that's what it's here for. Okay, I have to kind of go at a quick pace because otherwise the video won't upload. But I want you to know that so then that way you can utilize this the best for you. Okay, so the amount of liquid a container can hold is its capacity. So it's filling up that container. There we go. The liter and milliliter are units of measurement for capacity in the metric system. And liter is labeled with an L as an abbreviation, and milliliters is a lowercase m, capital L. So a liter would be like this bottle can hold a liter. If you get those big bottles from the grocery store of pop, that would be a 2-liter bottle. Okay, my Bearcat mug here would be about a liter, right? A milliliter is an eyedropper that holds about 1 milliliter. So you have that eyedropper and you squeeze out of it and you get a couple drops coming out of it. That would be milliliters. So you have one that's much larger and one that's smaller. Okay, so down here, first example, decide whether 300 milliliters or 300 drops or 300 liters is the most reasonable estimate for the capacity of this mug. Now, if my mug is 1 liter, would I use 300 of these to fill up that mug of coffee? I think if I had that much coffee, I would feel miserable all day and be really hyper. Or would it be like 300 eyedroppers? To me, that would be more reasonable. So we would call this 300 milliliters, which is lowercase m, capital L. Okay? All right, let's move on to the next page. There we go. The next example, decide whether 600 milliliters, so it'd be almost like 2 of those coffee mugs, or 600 liters, that would be 600 of these filled up, is more reasonable estimate for the capacity of this swimming pool. Man, oh man, I can't wait till the weather's nice to be in a swimming pool. The pool is a large object, so 600 milliliters or 2 cups of coffee would not fill that pool. You would not be splashing in that water, would you? So the most reasonable would be your 600, what? You're right, liters, which is a capital L. Okay? Now let's come down here to the guided practice. We're going to circle the more reasonable estimate for each capacity. So in this water jug, would that be 1 milliliter? Remember, that's eyedrops. Or 1 liter? Would it be about the size of my mug? So you're right. It would be almost the same size as my mug. Good job. 2, would it be that filled the sink? And I'm assuming both sides of the sink. Would it be 38 milliliters or 38 drops of water? Or 38 liters of our mugs to fill up that sink? So you're right, I wouldn't fill it up with little eyedroppers. I would fill it up with my big cups. Okay? Now, how about soap? Because it's another form of liquid, which I'm sure you guys have been using a lot when you're washing your hands after you touch anything, so then that way we're not spreading our germs, right? Even to our families. So 220 milliliters, 220 drops. That would take a while, but would that fill it? Or, here we go, 220 of these to fill up that soap. I think right now we probably wish we had something that big. It would last us forever and nobody would be sick and our hands would be probably raw from washing our hands. But the most reasonable would be your milliliters in this case. Does that make sense? All right, so now we're going to move on to there we go. Our independent practice. Even though we're going to do this together, you will have your own independent practice off your boom cards today, but they will be similar to these. Circle the more reasonable estimate for each capacity. Not real sure what that item is. If it's like, kind of reminds me of the nose booger suckers that you use on babies, or maybe it's a balloon. I'm not real sure what that is, but we know it's not super large. So would we hold 150 milliliters, or would it hold 150 liters? So again, if it's kind of small, about like that soap container, we are looking at more milliliters. Okay, so you're either looking at something that's small or something that's large, which is nice. We're not looking at multiple types of measurement. We're just looking at these two types for now. Okay. How about a jar of baby food of carrots, it looks like? Would that hold 120 milliliters of carrots, or would that hold 120 liters? So I'm going to let you think about it. And you're right, I would choose this one too, because that one is too large. That would be 120 of my jugs of water. Okay, this next one over here almost looks like a mouthwash bottle, maybe. It doesn't really indicate it on mine. On mine, it looks more like a paint bottle, maybe. So maybe if you're in Mr. Seipel's class, you'd go and get a bottle of paint so you can do your paintings. Would that be 500 milliliters, 500 drops, or 500 liters, which would be 500 of my water bottles? So I'll let you think about it. Yep, I'm with you on this one. We're still looking at milliliters. All three of those items are fairly small, right? Okay, down here is number 7, ketchup bottle. 700 milliliters, 700 liters. Yep, I'm with you on this one. Okay, this next one is a teapot, and the last one is a fish tank. I want you to think about your answers for both of those. Write them down on your lined piece of paper, and then we are going to talk about it. I am going to go on. I know you're probably not ready. Hit pause and then hit play again, so then that way you can see the answers without me giving them to you, without you trying. I want you to try them. So this teapot here, would it hold one eyedropper? Or would it hold about my container of my water? That one was kind of easy when we're looking at just one. So yes, on that one. I hope that's what you chose. How about this fish tank? Would it hold 30 drops? Till we get to 30. Or would it be 30 of my water mugs? So I think this is what you chose. Awesome. We're not going to do this one down here. We're going to move on to the word problems a little bit. And this page is cut off a little, but I will read it to you. Maybe mine doesn't even have that one, so maybe I won't read that one. Darn it. Oh well, because I don't know what those say. All right, boys and girls, that ends our session for today. Remember, your assignment is on the boom cards today, and you're going to be looking at your reasonable estimate with liters. Bye.